How's everybody doing? King as I cut the check. Very quick video to show you how to begin to utilize TradingView so you can start marking up your chart. So let me go ahead and share my screen and we can get straight into the information. So it's very simple. What we're going to do is we're going to go to www.tradingview.com, right? And you can create a free account as well at tradingview.com. And then you'll see this ticker area. You'll see this ticker area, and that is where you can actually punch in the currency pair that you wanted to draw on those particular charts. So you have the options to pull up stocks, commodities, you could pull up Forex, you could pull up cryptocurrency. So for the sake of this example, we're gonna pull up Forex, right? So EUR, USD, I'll just type that in. I will make sure that I'm under Forex. You also will see the different brokers as well, FXCM, Oanda, ICE, Forex.com. I normally use the first broker, so we'll do that for the sake of this example, right? Once that loads up, we will simply click full feature chart, and it will give us exactly that. It will give us the full feature chart for Euro USD. Right, let me go ahead and close this. You have the option to get the paid version as well. Starting off, you'll be fine with the free version starting off though. Awesome. So we have the Euro USD pulled up, and you want to identify, how do I draw on my chart? So the first thing that you probably want to identify is, what time frame am I going to be marking up on? On the free version, you could pull up anywhere from the 1 minute time frame, right, all the way up to the 1 month time frame, right? Some people, all depending on your top-down analysis, you might go from the monthly to the daily to the 4 hour, right? You might go from the daily to the 4 hour to the 1 hour. That's up to you as far as your temperament, as far as your trading style. But I just kind of want to show you guys some very simple things for somebody that it may be your first time utilizing this software. So let's take a look at the candlesticks. Let's take a look at the candlesticks. So we have the basic candlesticks on here right now, as you can see, but there are a ton of different options as well. You may be somebody that wants to use the bar option. You may be somebody that wants to use the hollow candles option. It's really up to you. I enjoy Hakanashi, and as you may already know, I enjoy Hakanashi because these candles actually show momentum. These candles actually show momentum. Normally, I'd be looking for a flat bottom, right, for a green candle, and then we know that that will be going to the upside at that particular time. Or you could be looking for a flat top for a red candle, and those candles will be going to the downside at that particular time. So you can identify what candles work the best for you. I know some people use Rankos as well, but that is actually on the paid version if you want to go any lower than the daily time frame for the Renko. So you definitely want to keep that in mind as well. I know some people also use the line chart. So if you take a look at some of the other videos that I have on the channel, I showed you guys how you can actually identify support and resistance on the line chart as well. So let's go back to the regular candlesticks. Right, let's go back to the regular candlesticks, and then we will continue to move forward. For the sake of the example, if you wanted to identify where can I add indicators to my chart, you would simply go to where it says FX right here, in indicators and strategies, and you would click that. And there's a ton of different built-in indicators. There's also a public library of indicators where there are individuals who have uploaded these indicators that have actually worked for them and for the people that they're affiliated with. So you can identify if that's something that you'd like to do or not. One thing that you'll learn, and I'll make a video about this as well, is some people decided they want to be a naked trader, meaning that they're not really interested in using any indicators. And some people, they don't mind that extra confirmation in the market. So the choice is definitely up to you. You know, you can identify what you want to use, whether it be the Bollinger Bands of the world, you know, whether it be this divergence indicator, whether it be, you know, a set of moving averages, whether it be the MACD, right? Whether it be parabolic SARs, you name it, right? You know, you'll be able to identify what's going to work the best for you, right? What's going to work the best for you. I have my go-to indicators myself, right? I have my go-to indicators myself, and I actually have them hidden as well. So here's what you can do. Like, say for example that you want to hide the legend of the indicators for whatever reason. In this corner right here, right, it says show. So if I click it down, it will show the indicators that I have. And if I click it up, it will hide them, right? Very simple. Show, hide, show, hide. So let's click show for the sake of the example, right? If you look at this eye that's like crossed out, right? If I click show, then those particular indicators will pop up on the chart. As far as the ones that are on the top side of the chart, the ones that are on the bottom side of the chart, you know, if you want to hide them or unhide them, you would simply just double click, right? And I would double click to hide that as well. So very simple as pertains to your indicators. We can take a look at the left side right here. And there's a ton of different tools that you can actually utilize. We can actually start with the cursor. You know, we can start with the cursor. I like to keep it on the cross to keep it simple. Some people like the dot, the arrow, or the eraser, but I like to keep it on the crosshairs as well, just so you can kind of use your mouse and hover over and be able to identify, okay, great, this particular piece of structure is at a price point of 1.11508. And I would know that price point by looking over to the right side of my screen, right? Very simple. And then you take a look at some of the other tools that we have. So there's different trend line tools as well. I'm somebody that I like to use what's meant for me. You know, sometimes I might, you know, begins to explore other things, but I like to keep it very simple. So what I have actually starred on my screen are my go-tos: trend line, horizontal line, vertical line, and drawing an arrow as well. So if I wanted to draw a trend line to identify my trend, I would simply click trend line like I just did, and you would go to the start of where you want that trend line to begin, and you would click that on your browser or on your computer, and you would drag it to wherever you want it to end. I'm just dragging it for the sake of this example, and then I would click again, right? And I would click once more, and there you have a trend line, right? And there you have a trend line, guys. Very simple. Also, if you want to do a horizontal line, very simple as well. I would simply click horizontal line, and then I would identify the area where I want that horizontal line to go, and I would simply click it. Click my screen just to get this off, and there I have my horizontal line, right? And there I have my horizontal line. If I wanted to draw a vertical line, again, very, very simple. I just identify the area, right, that I want to put it on my chart. Click once, click twice, and there we go. And there we go, guys. Very simple. If I wanted to draw an arrow, like if I wanted to like identify from this origin of price to right here, I can draw an arrow like that, double click, and there we have it. If you want to clean up any of the drawings that you have on your chart, you simply will go to this arrow, excuse me, not the arrow, to this trash can right here, and that will remove all your drawing tools, right? That will remove all of your drawing tools. We can take it a step further, and there's different Fibonacci tools as well. I'm not too big on Fibonacci. I definitely understand the concept. So time to time, I might pull out my Fibonacci retracement tool, right? And you would simply take it from high to low, or you low to high, you know, all depending on you, or all depending on the actual trend at that particular time. And again, I would simply just click from the top, origin. So let me grab that. I would simply click from the top, and I would drag it down. And you can't see it because mine are actually black. So let me go ahead and change the settings so you can see it. So I would just simply change the settings, change the style. Let's just make it white. Let's just make everything white. Use one color, make everything white. Yes. And then there you have it. And then there you have your Fibonacci tool on your chart, guys. So super excited. You know, it's very simple. I'm just showing you guys how to really identify and use all of these things on the left side of your screen. You go next right here, right? And you have the opportunity to use the brush tool, use the rectangle, use the ellipse tool, which is like trying to draw a circle out. And all kinds of different things as well. I normally use the rectangle tool if I want to box up a particular piece of structure. I like what I like to call a fringe, so to speak. And I might use the ellipse tool if I want to draw a circle around a important area of price that I want to keep in mind. So say I want to draw a rectangle. I would click the rectangle and I would just simply box it up. That's simple. And just in the exact way how I changed the color to the Fibonacci, you can do that for anything. You would simply just go to style. If you want to change it to pink or purple or blue or whatever, choice is definitely up to you. And you would click OK. And you would click OK. The ellipse thing, like I said, is normally a circle that you would draw over a particular area of price. So say I wanted to keep this area of price in mind, I would go ahead and click at the top of it, and then I would kind of drag it one way, click, and then drag it another way, click. And there I have my circle. Let me do that again, right? Let me kind of zoom in and do that again, just so you can see the mindset. So again, the eclipse or the ellipse, whatever it's called, I would click at the start, move it over a little bit to my left, click, move it over a little bit to my right, click, and there we go. All right, and there we go. And again, if I want to delete it, I would just delete all my drawings right there. I would simply delete all my drawings right there. So it's pretty simple, man. Here is really where, if you want to add some text to your background, like something that you want to keep in mind, you would simply either go to text, note, or anchor text. I think this part is really dependent on how you want it to look on your chart. It doesn't really matter. So for me, say for example, I might put price action at this zone or something like that. Click OK. I have that on there as well, right? And I have that on there as well. If you don't like how that looks, you can do the anchor text. Right? And it will look like that. Or you can do the balloon. Right? Yeah, but you can kind of just play around with that and identify what's going to work for you. This part is big for people that are big on harmonics, Elliott waves, stuff along those lines as well. And you can identify, hey, do I want to use a cipher pattern, ABCD pattern, etc. Not really too big on it, so I won't spend too much time on that as well. And this is simple. This is simple if I wanted to put like an arrow right here to remind me of somewhere, or if I wanted to put a thumbs down right here, I can do that as well. You know, very, very simple. And let's talk about this ruler. So you can use the ruler. You can use the ruler and you can use the long and short position tool to identify the amount of pips and stuff along those lines as well. But really quickly, you just grab your ruler right? You would grab your measuring ruler and you would identify where you want to measure it from. So say I want to see how many pips is from right here to right here, simply using my ruler. I would click right there and I would hold it. And you don't have to double click. You can just hover over, right? And you can just hover over and see how many pips that is on the right side of the screen, right? It shows you how many bars this went. And there we have it. That's how you identify your pips as well. Let me see if there's anything else I want to share. Okay, let me share the stay in drawing mode aspect. Say for example, like you want to draw multiple lines. So I have my trend line clicked, and I would click stay in drawing mode. So say I want to show you this movement. I would simply click it and then click it again, click again, drag, click again, drag, click again, drag, click again, drag, click again, drag. Very simple. This really helped me out. Like I don't know if you were somebody that really struggled with this like I did, but having to go back and keep clicking the trend line can definitely be very, very annoying. Can definitely be very, very annoying. So I wanted to help you negate that. And then if you wanted to stop the drawing tool so you can start drawing something else, you'd be able to do that as well. So this thing is very simple. You can also lock all your drawing tools as well. Let me see, was there anything else I wanted to share? You can pull the long and short position. Say, for example, you want to identify stop losses and take profits and stuff like that. So this is the tool if you were in a buy position or looking to put on a buy position. So you can kind of just move it around and grab it by the circles right here to move it up or down, right? And that's how I would identify not only where I will be putting my stop loss and where my entry would be and where my take profit would be, but also identifying my risk to reward ratio as well. And then you can do the exact same thing on the other side with the short position tool, right? Just vice versa. Grab the circle, move it around. And I'm just playing with it right now. You know, it's clearly not a trade idea or anything along those lines, but just to show you how when you identify your trade idea, that is what you can actually do to identify your stop loss, where your entry is, where your take profit is, and your risk to reward ratio. I know for myself personally, in any trade, I'm looking to be like at a 1 to 2 risk to reward. Right, 1 to 2, 1 to 3 risk to reward. So the way that you'll be able to identify that is using this particular tool, guys. And again, there's also an undo tool, this right here. Like say I wanted to undo this, I would just click back, right? And now just back. Very simple. So very simple, straightforward way of how to use TradingView. Last but not least, say for example, you want to make a watch list. So you would click this button in this corner, right? And if you wanted to add a pair to your watch list, say one of the pairs that I was marking up, you know, in my studies was BTC USD, right? And I know that's a crypto, so I have to switch it over to cryptos. And again, I normally click the first one. And now it is on my watch list. Very simple, very straightforward. Sometimes you can even put the red red little folder thing next to it, so you know which ones are like the hot ones or not. Or you can even change the colors as well. And if you want it multicolored, that comes with the upgrade as well. But it's literally not that serious. It is not that serious. Say, for example, that you had a chart that you marked up and you wanted to share it with somebody. So say I wanted to share my mindset on this particular bit of structure. I would simply, don't do that. I would take a snapshot and then I would have the URL. So if I copy it and if I paste it right here, that's where my markup is going to be. And that's great, you know, where you can actually share that with your group, you know, keep them for your own sake as well, whatever you want to do. But I hope this video was of some value to you. You know, I'm excited. What I actually do is we show people all over the world how they can be profitable in this market. I'm taking people from, you know, being complete beginners to becoming what I like to call a successful and profitable trader as well. So definitely send me a message on Instagram. Let me pull the screen back up to give you guys my Instagram really quickly. Excuse me. Yeah, let's pull the screen back up to give you guys my Instagram, and then we will be all set. So send me a message on Instagram right now if you would like to learn more about what it is we're doing, how we're helping people, and how we can actually help you as well. Let's go ahead and blow that up. Send me a message on Instagram right now. I definitely appreciate the people that take the time out to watch these videos and continue to go through this channel. I'll continue to add more value to this channel as I grow as a person, as a trader, as a leader as well. And I'm super excited to be able to help you and your loved ones get to your desires, you know, get to whatever goals and dreams that you guys have as well. So I hope this video made some sense to you. How to utilize TradingView. Share this with a brand new individual that just got involved trading and wants to have a brief understanding of how to utilize TradingView. And I'm gonna see you guys on the inside.